Let's go. Just stand behind your chairs, don't actually sit down. There you go, just when you sit down, I just want you to name a country. Start with Troy.
Australia.
Sit down.
Russia.
Sit down.
China.
Sit down.
Israel.
Sit down. Happy days. Right, so today's topic, we've got landscapes. So as you can see here in this little pretty picture here, we've got all these different kind of landscapes that are all over the world. Right, we're not actually going to talk about them all. What I'm actually going to go into today is landscapes just mainly really in Australia. Can anyone tell me what a landscape is? Yes?
A big area of land.
Yes, but more specific, what kind of land? Got a few answers on the board.
Like rainforests, mountains.
Yes, so forests,
River.
mountains, rivers is a beach one. Okay, so now today's learning outcome, what we're going to learn is we're going to know and understand the different types of landforms. And also, by the end of it, we're going to be able to plan and assess the livability of in relation to different landforms. So, just got a little video here. Here we go. So we've got a video here that we're just going to watch. It's going to give us a bit more of a descriptive of what landforms are.
Mountains are probably some of the most well-known landforms. Basically, they're just really big hills, with steep sides that stretch way above the surface of the Earth. Many mountains are formed when large plates or pieces of the Earth's surface collide and are forced upwards. The low spaces in between, we call those valleys. But if mountains don't pique your interest, how about plateaus? Plateaus are also tall landforms, but unlike mountains, which tend to have the pointy tops we know as peaks, plateaus have flat tops. Plateaus come in lots of sizes. If they're medium-sized, for example, they're called mesas, which is the Spanish word for table, which is highly appropriate since plateaus kind of look flat and long, like tables. And if they're smallish, they're called buttes. No matter what they're called or what size they are, plateaus can form in lots of different ways. Sometimes they're caused by the erosion or wearing away of mountains, like by water or really big pieces of ice. Other plateaus are made by magma, which is really hot melted liquid earth below the surface.
Okay, so that was a bit of a video on all the different ones around the world and a bit of a description. Now we're going to go on to Now what we're going to go on to is landscapes around us here on the Gold Coast. Can anyone come up and write on the board what we've got here on the Gold Coast? Yes? So,
Okay. Oh, sorry. No, that's supposed to be. No.
so we've got Mount Warning. Perfect. Anyone else? Perfect. Gold Coast is obviously full of beaches.
Oh, okay.
So we've got the rivers, yes? Just remember back on that video, you know, where we've got valleys, many valleys around. Can you give, do you know of anywhere that is a valley? Perfect. So, no, that's all good. So yeah, Grumman is a valley. Okay, any more? Does anyone else?
City?
A city. Very good answer. Right? A city is a kind of landform, but it's a human-made landform. Okay? So it's what we've created. These are all natural, so we're actually going to look more on something natural. So what we're actually going to do is our final project is going to look at, you guys are going to be on the first fleet over from Europe, wherever you originated from. You're going to land here, you just crash landed on the Coolangatta boat and you've just come on the shores and you've gone, right, what have we got here? So we've got to take all these into account, and now we've got to plan for the future. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go into a bit more descriptive of what is around on the Gold Coast. Main one we've got on the Gold Coast is beaches, which is, as descriptive here, it's part of the shore of an ocean, sea, large rivers, lakes, and etc. We've got plains. There's lots of plains, which is a bit of a flat land, which not really, the level doesn't change on higher or lower. Valleys. A valley, like Troy said, is one in Currumbin, is the part of land in between mountains or really big hills. Mountains, as we know, we've got a beautiful picture there of Mount Warning, which actually used to be a volcano, which we saw in the video. It's more there, and also water bodies. As you can see here, there is a difference between an ocean and a sea. Seas are a bit smaller than oceans, and they're usually located where land meets the ocean. Okay? What we have where we are is we've got a bit of a cut-off between the Coral Sea and the Tasman Sea. The actual border is officially just north of Coffs Harbour, so we're technically, we are, our water here is the Coral Sea, which comes from the Pacific Ocean. Lakes, are there any lakes around here?
Yeah, like,
Beecham?
his dam's in the lake, is it?
And rivers, obviously, we've got a few rivers around, the river and stuff like that. Talked about the landscapes and the water bodies that we've got around the Gold Coast. So what we're going to move on to next is basically what our assessment's going to be. So now, unfortunately, we've been shipwrecked just on the coast of Coolangatta here on the Gold Coast. So we've rocked up, we don't know, we've come from Europe, we don't know where we are, what we're doing. So what's the first thing we need to do? All of us just rocked up on the beach. So what do we need to do? Find water. Find water, yes. Food. So we need resources. Okay? So basically if you want to come up, Alan, and just want to come up and right where you just said on the board. So basically what do you need to survive? So while Alan's writing his up, do you want anyone else want to have a think? Yep.
Shelter.
Shelter. Okay, cool. Come on up. Write it up. Water, yes. More importantly, like Alan's put, fresh water. Okay, drinkable water. Okay, we can't actually go down the beach and just grab a cup and have a little sip, can we? Food. Oh, okay, don't. Okay, so food, yes, but hold on. What kind of food? What food's going to be here? We're going to have cows. So yeah, we're going to have to search for it, aren't we? We're going to have to risk and find out. So we're going to have to, we are going to have to bush food. Yeah, we're going to have to find bush food. Okay, so what else we need?
Shelter.
Shelter. Okay. So. Okay, so what we're going to make shelter out of? We're going to just dig a hole and sleep in it? We're going to Bear Grylls it style kind of thing?
Yeah, palm leaves.
So, okay, so native things, trees. Okay, so we're going to use like stuff like trees.
Leaves.
Leaves. Is there anything else?
Find caves.
Find caves.
What about like stuff that's been washed up on the?
Yeah, whatever's been washed up on the from the ship. So, okay, so that's a good start. What I've done now is basically given you all here. So, okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to work out, obviously, where the water is, just to get the oil. The trees we're going to use there, obviously rocks for shelter, but also soils. What we're going to use the land for. Can we build nice sturdy houses on that warning?
No.
Okay, because it's it's not sustainable, it's not proper and stuff like that. Are we going to graze cattle like on places like that? So we're going to have to start now in groups. We're going to start planning where we're going to do on the Gold Coast. So what I'm going to do here now is going to hand out the packs to each group, and you're going to get a part of land, and you're actually going to plan like you've just been shipwrecked there, and it will go from there.
So will one of us have like the plains and one of us have like mountains?
You have all like a vast area, so you are going to have mountains in there, you are going to have your valleys like we talked about, you know, there might even be a volcano there. It is a bit of an adventure, so you're trying to get used to it and get involved, so use your imagination, really get,
Okay.
okay?